The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton rejoins us again in studio.
This time, in this segment, he's focusing on gift safety for children.
Yeah, the time is now. If you're getting those gifts for this season, it's now. Got to wrap that up. You know, let's get that list done. So
Wrap that up.
wrap that up. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, well done.
We're going to talk a little bit more about it. This is the season of giving, which often means gifts that could put your child at risk. Here's a few things to consider as you make that list. Check it twice and wrap up that holiday shopping list. First and foremost, the topic we had just last week, the button batteries. Now, you need to make sure that you're very careful. A lot of these smaller toys are going to have the button batteries. These are the batteries that, if ingested, can cause significant issue, trauma, and permanent damage to children. These are a medical emergency if they're ingested. Need to get checked out. But most importantly is, as you're putting together these toys, making sure that they're put together and those button batteries aren't laying around. Second is going to be our magnets, especially these rare earth magnets, these small balls, anything with multiple magnets. Rare earth magnets, for the most part, have been banned, but these are still available out there in certain places, especially if you're ordering things from overseas. These get into the bowl. One will be in one loop of the bowl, another will be in the other loop of the bowl, and then they stick together and they make a hole. This is a surgical emergency if those tend to meet up in the middle somewhere, so we want to avoid those as well, especially with young children. Any toys with small pieces. Unfortunately, this means some of our favorite toys, which could include like Legos and toys like that. Anything small, especially with young children, that could produce a choking hazard. This can be a huge risk for young children. Anything with these small pieces, you know, if you've got a small child, try to go with things that they can't aspirate and ingest, anything like that. Older children, that may be a little better continuation or a plan with regard to those toys. And finally, anything with wheels. In fact, the #1 cause of injuries during Christmas is from a non-motorized vehicle or a scooter. But this also means anything with wheels. And as a message to adults, and what I always see Christmas Day, are adults who haven't been on any wheeled vehicle for quite some time want to test it out. Wow. Christmas Eve, you know, possibly when gifts are being wrapped, as well as the next day. If you're an adult, this is not your time to get on a hoverboard. It will not work out well. If you're not accustomed to it, don't try it. Just trust me as an emergency physician. Unless you want to contribute to my kids' college fund, stay off of them because it's not going to go well.
And the eggnog, that might give you some confidence. It's not going to help you in the case.
No,
either.
that actually will make it worse. I mean, we won't do a segment on that, but I'm just going to tell you right now, eggnog and motorized vehicles or even unmotored vehicles is not going to turn out to be a good thing. Keep those two things separate for sure, and keep kids' vehicles to kids' vehicles.
Great advice. Happy holidays, Doc. Appreciate you being in.
We'll see you all next week.
That sounds good.
We'll be right back to the final hour after the break.
You're watching Fox 56 News. Our home, your news.